Hello, this is Helper Gal. I do not have the electrode on right now. I am cuddling the grizzly cat. I have been a nervous wreck for most of the day, and in a moment I will find those electrodes and go with the water to wet my temples and the sponges and do my session, because that's why this channel exists. But I thought I would steal this moment because Grizzly Cat is curled up strategically in front of the laptop. So I am here with her at this time without my electrodes. I'll pause it, I suppose, and go get those stinking electrodes. It is Wednesday, 10/28/2020. Oh snap. I think there's an appointment that I missed, but I can't really tell. I'm confused. The doctor's appointment that I missed. I bet they'll try to charge me a bunch of money for missing the appointment. Very, very bad. My executive dysfunction has been such that I've known that I've needed to look into this stuff, but I just have not been able to bring myself to do it. I was supposed to make a bunch of phone calls today. I did not make those phone calls. I was paralyzed. I've been mentally paralyzed all day, stuck in like this loop with the same melody stuck inside my head all day. And it's a song I made up, but I won't. Da 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 dum, da 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 dum, da 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 dum, da 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 dum, da 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 dum, da 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 dum. I'm very dizzy. Something is wrong. I'm very dizzy. Da 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 da. Very dizzy. Da 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 da. Dizzy dizzy. Da 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 dum. Da 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 dum. Da 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 dum. Da 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 dum. Da 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 dum. Da 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 dum. Da 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 dum. Dizzy. That's not really the atmosphere of the song. I'm doing it fast, but that's the song that's been stuck in my head. And if it is another song, I don't know what that other song is. As far as I'm concerned, I made it up. Though it could have been made up a million times by a million other people. Da 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 dum, da 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 da, dizzy. Da 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 dum, I'm very dizzy. Da 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 da. So, yes, maybe it's been 2 or 3 days of that stuck in my head, all day, every day. Yeah. I'll turn it into another messy little band lab train wreck song. And I should pause and go get my electrodes, because 3 minutes and 35 seconds have already passed. Ah! Okay, so I'm all set and ready to go. Grizzy is set and ready to go with me. Grizzy, 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 oh very little Grizzy. She is with me, oh Grizzy, Grizzy. She is my cat, oh little Grizzy. Grizzy, Grizzy the cat is very dizzy. Allergic to fleas, oh Grizzy, Grizzy. I am so glad Miss Grizzy is not allergic to me. Da-da-da-dun-dun, 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 da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-dun-dun. Anyway, 2 days of that, at least, I think. Oh, Grizzy. Oh, Miss Grizzy. She is very dizzy. Oh, Grizzy, Grizzy. This for her song. This will be her song. Alright, so, yes, I've been in this crazy, it's been a bad head day. Just tiny little gritty, gruesome mental circles that won't stop. And I suspect that I have a tad of a touch of the PTSD that I am experiencing, or have been. And it's hard for me to explain why. I just keep getting the same thoughts stuck in my head over and over and over again. And I can't stop ruminating on them. And maybe that's a symptom of PTSD? Yes, most likely it is. I wonder if you can have more than one type of PTSD going at the same time. I think I had PTSD from childhood and then PTSD from various different episodes as an adult. And in between, yuck. Grizzy is allergic to her own skin or something like that. She's allergic to fleas, or I don't know what but she's allergic to something. She has the very bad miliary dermatitis. So she's always had it. When we first got her, she was almost bald. No, she was not almost bald. She just had a lot of bald spots. Her whole rear end was inflamed, and she was kind of a fright when we first got her, over 4 years ago now. And she looked like she was an ancient Muppet, like a ancient scary Muppet, like some creature from the Dark Crystal is what Grizzy looked like. She looked like Algra from the Dark Crystal, but in cat form, but with both of her eyes and all of that stuff. And she turned out, and then she grew all her fur back. I told the story about Grizzy before. Yes, but she's having a flare-up right now, and she probably needs to go to the vet, and she probably needs another steroid shot. But I'm trying to supplement her food with omegas, and I use this generic stuff I order on eBay that's supposed to be the same ingredients as Capstar, and it supports a animal shelter, and it has really worked wonders for her as long as I keep up with it. But then I probably need to combine that with a top spot because she is severely allergic to something out there. Something will bite her, and her fur, she gets just bumps all over. When she's real bad, I say she has the cobbles, because her skin is covered with just little, like gravel. The miliary dermatitis is like her skin is covered in little bits of gravel. And she's also a compulsive groomer, so she's lost a bunch of her fur on more than one occasion, and I really should stay more on top of it. Okay, well, I'm rambling wildly off the subject. Why am I here? Song stuck in head, doing session. Oh, and my current headband is much more fashionable than the panda one. Yeah, it's from Dollar General. It was $1, and I like it. I wear this thing fairly often. I find it lying around. I put it on. It's not so bad. Let's see. So yes, I'm experiencing PTSD, and it's not a thing I can talk about right now. But I've had episodes where I've lashed out at people, and I've just been in the state of having these anxious, just loops of anxiety, and thoughts that I've just not been able to stop, that just keep cycling over and over and over again. Anyway, my only outlet besides, Facebook forums and this and that is writing songs, which I need to improve upon. I need to improve my recording qualities so that I can become famous. Just kidding. La la la. What else? I was so much more motivated and really thought that I had something to talk about when I started this video. But at least I'm making this video, at least I'm doing my session, which I really needed. I really need to be doing 2 sessions a day. I've been pretty bad all day, and I only recently improved shortly before doing this session. It's a silly thing. It's sort of, when you're by yourself all the time, it's hard not to sort of feel as though, it's not that I feel as though the world revolves around me, but when I'm by myself all the time because of quarantine and all that stuff. So I suppose I tend to get rather wrapped up inside my own head and may seem rather self-centered, and I don't mean to, and I just don't have other interactions with humans, so it's hard to snap out of it. I mean, whatever. La la la. I have been preparing for days to work on these craft projects that I have in my mind that I have not, and I keep gathering supplies and doing research and getting ready, but then I just haven't gotten to the project that I've wanted to work on. So and I've not been able to get into the flow of things because of all of these damn repetitive thoughts just kind of stuck. They just have me stuck in this loop, and I'm just paralyzed by them, and then I don't get anything done, and then I run out of energy, and then I have to be rather conservative with my energy, because I get overwhelmed more quickly than a lot of people might, and then I have to take more breaks and things, and it's a thing I would like to work on. Balancing the creative crap in my head with the stuff I actually have to do. Oh yes, doctor's appointments that I need to cancel or reschedule. And blah blah blah. I'm babbling. But I hope that I am able to get this crafties thing out of my system so that I can show it off. And eventually I would like to improve my channel by having a lot more opossums on it. I have all of this opossum footage that one day I would like to edit together and have interspersed between my Fisher Wallace sessions, because I cannot tell you, I cannot express to you how much I love and adore the opossums. I love to watch them eat. I feed them at night, and I sit and I watch them eat. It is my favorite. It is one of my favorite activities. Yes. Except sometimes they don't come, and then they come at different hours. And I think maybe they note that I watch them, so they make sure to come when I'm not around. But some of them do. I have one special possum who I always recognize, and her name is Rosie. And she has one eye that doesn't glow when you shine a light on her. So I guess she might be blind in one eye because it doesn't glow at all. It's dark. But that's how I always can recognize Rosie, by her one dark eye. And she's also friendlier than the other possums. Like she's braver. I mean, she's not tame, but she almost seems like she acknowledges me when she comes up to eat from where I feed them. And yeah, she's a great little possum who I might have already talked about. My world is very small, very, very, very small, teensy tiny. Miss Gracie. Yeah, she's a good lady. She is a good lady. She is my good lady Grizzy. Yes, I comb her little arms. I comb the little cobbles off of her little arms. She is such a good cat. Ever since I've had her, she's always, she has a little scar on the back of her head, and where there's a little patch that's bald. And she has a difficult time looking up. Like, she always looks kind of like down, like, she doesn't really meet your gaze. She kind of is always kind of looking a little bit down, and she's always been like that as long as I've had her. And I've always wondered why she's like that. And Gracie has a boyfriend who is an orange cat named Eno, and Eno is always acts like a jerk to Grizzy in front of me, but then they go and hang out together and pal around and stuff. I mean, he's an unfixed tomcat, and Grizzy is an old fixed lady cat, but they hang out and sit together and talk about cat stuff together. And Grizzy will go outside, will demand to get fed to go outside, because when she does, then that means Eno eats too. And Grizzy looks out for Eno and makes sure that Eno gets fed, because she's a good lady. She is a good lady. Also, I think that Eno is quite a bit younger than Grizzy is. Okay, I think I've outworn my welcome. I feel like I'm missing something. Like, I started out the video thinking like I was going to talk about one thing, and then I got distracted and didn't talk about it. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh yeah, I was going to play my silly song. I guess I'll fire that up. I recorded this on my phone while I was wandering around Dollar General. Dizzy all the time, very dizzy. And there was this employee who was yelling for someone named Roger the whole time I was recording. Roger! I love it. Ha ha ha. My face has backward masking on it. Yes. I guess I have a weird taste in music. Dizzy all the time. Very dizzy. Dizzy. Dizzy all the time. Very dizzy. And I was, in fact, very dizzy when I wrote this. I have 2 songs I wrote on the same day about being dizzy. You can hear the backward masking happening. This entertainment will move to me. I know. Okay. I think my session is over now. Bye-bye.